Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Favor. I film about faith, food, and lifestyle. If you're coming across my channel for the first time, you are highly welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you for always coming back. You are deeply appreciated. If you haven't subscribed yet, kindly hit the subscribe button and also hit the notification bell so that you'll be the first to get notified when I upload subsequent videos. If you are interested in knowing exactly how I achieved this delicious Agoyin and sauce today, then definitely keep watching. For our Agoyin sauce today, the major ingredients we'll be needing is the paprika, which is also called tatashe. We also need the red hot chilies, which is also called shombo. For this recipe, we need a lot of onions, and for Agoyin, you do not need tomatoes at all. Yes, so here I have three large onions. I cut them into smaller pieces to make it easier for my blender to do its thing. Now, to blend your Agoyin, you want to use the chop option of your blender, the food chop option, because you do not want it to be smooth. You want it to have that rough consistency. Now, to blend your Agoyin, you do not need to add water. You do not need to add water at all. Now, this is the consistency you want to achieve. Now, I went ahead to add palm oil to my pot. I allowed it to heat up. I tested it with a few slices of onion to be sure it's hot enough before adding the remaining slices of onions. Now, I allowed my onions to fry until it became translucent and a little bit brown before adding the blended peppers. I stirred it and left it to do its thing on very low heat. Now to our Agoyin. I picked it, washed it, I pre-boiled water. Now I added the washed beans to the hot water in the pot. I allowed it to cook halfway. Then I went ahead to strain it to remove that water. Now, the reason why I do this is because usually beans is sprayed with some chemicals to prevent weevils from getting into it. And you do not want to consume that, right? And that brown water, I don't like it. It doesn't look good. So I allowed the water to run over it, and I went ahead to drain the water again. Now, after doing this, I transferred it back into the pot to continue cooking. At this point, I added my onions. You want to add enough onions to your Agoyin. It makes it absolutely delicious. I added salt as well, and I covered it to continue cooking. So my Agoyin has become very soft now, so I decided to mash it. Now our Agoyin is ready. Now some people like their Agoyin a little thicker than this. Some people like it a little lighter. Some people even mash it more than this. But I love mine like this. So absolutely prepare your Agoyin according to your preference and enjoy it. Now back to our Agoyin. It has been frying for a while now, doing its thing on the low heat. The peppers are done. But what is left for us to achieve that perfect Agoyin sauce that we want is for it to fry very well. You want the sauce to really fry and get dry. Yes, so at this point, I have to keep stirring it. I know the oil, right? The oil is a lot. Yes, a lot of oil is required for preparing a Agoyin sauce. Now, usually I do not like a lot of oil in my food, especially in my stew. I do not prepare my stew with this quantity of oil at all. So this is the only stew I prepare with this quantity of oil. So what I do usually is, after frying the stew, I go ahead to drain the excess oil from it, because you actually need this oil. You need this extra oil to fry your stew properly. If you do not have enough oil, it's going to burn and it will not come out nice, and you do not want that, right? So yeah, that's why we need that extra oil. Agoyin is not a fit farm meal. Nope, it's not. It's a delicious Yoruba delicacy. But it's not absolutely unhealthy. No, it is not unhealthy. It's just the extra oil, right? Because beans is healthy, it's proteinous, and the peppers as well, they are nutritious. It's just the extra calories that comes with the excess oil, and you can drain that. So I added salt and seasoning cube at this point. I also went ahead to add crayfish. You want to lavish your Agoyin with crayfish. At this point, you have to keep stirring. If you notice, the color has changed a little bit. Yes, we are getting there, but not there yet. So you just have to keep stirring and stirring at this point, because it can get burnt very easily, especially now that you've added the crayfish. So keep stirring. If you notice, the sauce looks a little bit different now. It has fried a lot more. Even now it looks a lot drier now, but not there yet, just a little bit more. We want it to be really dry. So we keep frying and stirring consistently. Now this is the consistency we want to achieve for our Agoyin. This is beautiful. Trust me, by now your kitchen should be tantalizing. I mean, your entire house. Agoyin cannot hide itself. It must show forth its glory.
Midnight and city lights on the other side. You're calling me up at the same time. I'm in the daylight. You're calling to say hi, but your words, they cry. If there's something that you need to say, I know it ain't easy living inside your brain, for sure. You keep telling me that it's all okay, but I know, yeah, your silence speaks so loud.